I know you're going to be shocked when I tell you this, but it turns out Kevin Feige might be indirectly lying to us in regards to how fast we're going to be seeing elements from the X-Men join the MCU. Now yes, he's doing a half-lie thing, but let's talk about a major location from X-Men lore appearing in the upcoming TV series The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So when it comes to the X-Men, there's a few locations that are directly associated with them when it comes to their bigger universe. One, of course, being the X-Mansion, which, let's be real, that's going to be something that's going to be a huge factor when it comes to the MCU. But there's a few other notable ones, and really these have become more prominent in the last couple of years, one of these being Madripoor. Now, Madripoor has had a lot of history in the comics. I believe it was created in the 80s. I could be wrong. I think it might be 90s. Anyways, there's set photos out there, which you guys can check out the article down below, that clearly show us that they are going to Madripoor. Now, Madripoor has also been connected with Hydra and the likes of Wolverine, and also happens to be an Asian territory. So there's a lot of interesting things happening with this series, particularly that they're already using something that's out of the Fox X-Men universe in a way that links it towards those characters. And of course starts establishing a bigger universe that these characters exist in, thus laying the foundation to some things that could be coming down the road. Now, of course, they have said since the beginning that the X-Men in this universe are going to be handled different. Now, as we know, the Red Skull was experimenting with a lot of scientific alterations to humans and what they were trying to do. Seeing that this is going to have a lot of fallout from what was happening with Bucky, it stands to reason that maybe somebody like Zemo is going to try to continue Hydra work. This bringing us to Madripoor, where maybe the laws there are completely different and it's something that's been owned by Hydra the entire time, and he's trying to use it in his own way, which might then explain the creation of the mutants or something along that line, sort of following how the Ultimates did it, but handling it in a little bit of a different way because they don't want everything to kind of be centered around two mutants. Again, I don't want to spoil the Ultimates just in case they go down that route, which could spoil what they could do here, but it is a rather big and interesting factor of the MCU going forward. Now, I personally think this location will play some sort of significant role into the mutants going down the road, but I think this show will try to lay down a basic foundation for it first. I don't think it's going to be anything like, oh, they show up in Madripoor, and look, there's the Brotherhood of Mutants, and they're just kind of chilling there with Zemo. That's a little too much for this TV series to do on at first, and that would take away from pretty much the rest of the story, considering everybody would focus on the mutants. So I think it's going to be more subtle, but it's definitely happening.